Your discipline will be useless unless you realize this. Before I tell you what it is, let's talk about success. Because the main reason, the main objective of having discipline is for the sake of achieving our goals, of achieving some level of success in them. There are two components to success. The first part of it is the right actions, which is learning, right? I won't cover it in this video, but the second part, it is the over and over again, it is the consistency part. And that's why we want discipline. That's why we are so motivated to have it. And that's the thing about discipline. We can develop it, we can become better at it, we can improve it. We can become way more disciplined. But no matter how disciplined we will become as humans, it will fail us if we will just rely on it. Because think about it like this. Even guys like David Goggins, they are extremely disciplined. They work on it so fucking much, but they don't just rely on it. Because they realize that with enough time, their discipline will be fatigued and they won't be able to go and walk, they won't be able to bother. Now they will be able to go for that Moab 240 right now and finish it, but the consistency part, the over and over again, the marathon part, over like months and years, they won't be able to sustain it with just discipline. Because discipline can be drained. Now think about Navy SEALs. When they go and get their basic training, they don't just train from home and stay at home. No, they are being sent into a boot camp in an environment in which all they can think about is work, food, recovery, and being with other men which are hardworking. And that's the first out of 3 ways to make discipline worthwhile. It is your environment, because no matter how disciplined you will be, if your environment makes you weak, you will become weak. Environment has 2 components. The people around you, the things that influence you in this environment, and the distractions that distract you from the important things. And it's all about spending time with people that encourage you to do hard work, to become more disciplined in the things that matter to you, reading books from them, watching podcasts from them, videos from them, and also making the act of doing the distractions, of getting distracted by them, hard. You basically take them away from your environment. So if you go back to your house after a hard day of work and you are addicted to alcohol, you don't want it in your house because it is a very easy way to become undisciplined. You will just get hooked by it and you will use it because you are addicted, right? You want it. It is a distraction. So remove it. Design your environment in such a way in which doing it becomes impossible and doing the discipline thing becomes a lot easier. Now it will still require discipline because it is hard. To go through hardship, we need to use discipline. But it becomes way more easy, it becomes way more sustainable over the long run, which is way more important when you make the act of doing it way easier. Now the second way, I will go over it pretty quickly, it is sleep. Because when we sleep, we recover our minds, which by extension makes us more disciplined. Because when we are more awake, more refreshed, we will take the right paths more by default. You probably have experienced it in your own life. Now the third way, it is a good one. Some people might call it too extreme. No, I didn't fully learn it from Jordan Peterson. I comprehended it from him, and it is to put a constraint. Finding those things that distract you the most. I will use anime in my case. I used to be addicted to anime. No shame about it, right? Because I quit, but I used to really watch a lot of anime series. Like most men won't fucking sit here and say that I used to be addicted to anime or I'm addicted to anime, but I'm here to tell you I was addicted. And I stopped watching anime when I realized this. Moderating bad habits is way harder than just eliminating them, because when you moderate them, you still put them in your paradigm, in your world, when you can still do them, when you are not constrained from doing them, and you do them, it becomes hard to moderate them because they are fun in relation to work. You want to do them more than work, and then you are confused to why you are so undisciplined, and you just can't manage to do the work because you are distracted by that stuff. The third way is to just cut it off completely. Put a constraint, remove it from your paradigm, from your world, to an extent in which you just don't do it because it is not part of who you are. Now, the only way to guarantee never getting addicted to stuff, never overindulging in stuff, is to just don't do them in the first place. If this thing is destructive and you don't wanna do it and you know that it is bad for you, then you might as well remove it from your paradigm. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe.